Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a Victor Wembanyama build. So this is the, I think he's French center that's taking, the NBA by storm. He's likely to go number 1 in the draft next season. He's been likened to, generational talents like LeBron, Michael Jordan, people liken him to Ralph Sampson. If you know about Ralph Sampson, he was with the Houston Rockets when Hakeem was a youngster, and they're both, meant to be the Twin Towers for the next decade, but unfortunately had some injuries. But make sure Victor's a center, and we'll move on to the body settings. So I've seen a video of Wembanyama saying that he thinks he's 7'3". Now he might be taller now, he might have grown an extra inch or two, but for 2K's sake, we're just going to put it at 7'2". I didn't want to go too short. I've seen a few Wembanyama builds that are 7 foot, and I sort of didn't want to go that short because I want to keep the height as tall as we can get it, while still sort of getting the attributes as close as we can, because that's really his key attribute, is his height and his length. And in terms of the weight, he is quite skinny even though he is quite tall, so we're going to drop the weight at 235 because he does sort of play like a guard in a sense as well. In terms of the wingspan, you can go to 8 foot, and while that's probably realistic for Wembanyama with his long arms, he does play like a guard, like I said. So he's got an ability to put the ball on the floor. He shoots a lot from the perimeter. He's not very much of an interior scorer, although he can definitely do that because he's so much taller than other players. But he prefers to shoot from distance, off the dribble, take on other centers, hit perimeter shots. So we're going to drop the wingspan to 7'6" to boost that perimeter scoring. Now body shape, I'm just going to put it on slight because he is a bit thin at the moment. I'm sure he'll fill out as he gets older. But we'll take a look at the attributes. So for finishing, he definitely has got a great ability to finish at the rim with his, his wingspan and his height. So we're going to push close shot to 85. That's a great rating, just to have it on there because you get the gold fast twitch, and that's a really great badge to have, along with gold masher, which could come in handy against, those 6'10", 6'9" centers. In terms of driving layup, we're going to push that to 70. That's what you need for the dominant big layup packages, which are the best ones besides the long athletes that you can get as a big man. Now for driving dunk, we're just going to push that to 75. You can go to, you can't go to 80, to get those quick drop-offs at this height. You would need to increase the wingspan. However, at 75, you do get a lot of animations, such as the Giannis package and other big man animations and dunk packages. Now standing dunk, we are going to push that to 80 just to get the pro big man contact dunks. So it'll just be the standard ones, it won't be the elites, but you'll still have those animations available. And post control, we're going to push to 80. Now you'll have the gold post moves, you have gold back down punisher, gold drop stepper. He hits a lot of post fades, so he's not necessarily an inside post scorer, although he can definitely do that. He's more of a Dirk Nowitzki type, loves his post fade, particularly over his left shoulder. Now, in terms of shooting, like I said, he's a fantastic shooter already, and with that height and reach, he can be really hard to block. So we're going to push mid-range shot to 77, and we're going to push mid-range shot to the max, which is 85. So at 85, you get that silver limitless range, which on a center is going to be quite good. He has got the capability to pull up from deep, just pretty much anywhere, even a foot outside the 3-point line. He does play, overseas, so the FIBA 3-point line's a bit closer in than the NBA, but he came over against the G League and scored quite effectively from 3-point land as well. In terms of free throws, we are going to push that to 77. That's just a decent rating. I'm not sure how well he does at free throws, but he's got a great stroke from the perimeter, so I'm sure his free throw is probably pretty good. And in terms of playmaking, we're just going to push pass accuracy to 76. So at 75, you get the LeBron pass animations. And then at 76, you just get that gold break starter and the extra badge point. So I think it's worthwhile putting an extra point into pass accuracy. Now for playmaking, you don't quite get any animations at 7'2" with a 61 ball handle. Because I think the Joel Embiid animations are 65 plus ball handle. So that's the why people have put the height down to 7 foot, so you can unlock those. But 61, you can still dribble with a 61 ball handle. And most centers aren't going to have the greatest interior defense, and you can still use the normal and pro and basic, you know, size up escapes and things like that. And you'll probably get used to using those and get really good at utilizing them against other players. So you become really adept at using those normal ones. In terms of speed with ball, we're going to push that to 54, which is one below the max. So you'll end up with the 13 playmaking badges. You only have the bronze quick first step in there. You know, Diamond will be silver and things like that. So you still should be able to dribble, but just don't expect something crazy. But I wanted to get the playmaking up because he does dribble the ball a lot, and he does pull up a lot. You know, a bit of a shot creator at center. Now for defense, you know, he's a fantastic defender already. He lacks a bit of size and strength on the interior in terms of his muscle and his weight. With those long arms, he's still a fantastic interior defender. So we're going to push that to 82. Perimeter defense, we're going to push to 59. Just for the extra badge point there. Steal, we're going to push to the max, which is 59 as well. Block, we're going to push to 93. Because he has got a great ability to block shots, you know, being 7'3" or so with the long arms. We definitely want that gold anchor at least. Offensive rebound, we're going to push to 69. I would have loved to have got this higher, but he does play a lot of perimeter, so that's sort of where you'll be playing with this build for the majority on the perimeter, so you won't have much of an opportunity to get offensive boards, but you will still have the height to get in there and use that to your advantage. And then defensive rebound, we're going to push to 93 because he does get, most of his rebounds are defensive rebounds. So you'll get that gold rebound chaser at 93. Now for physicals, we're going to push speed to 59, which is a few below the max, but it's not too much. I don't think speed's much of an issue on 2K these days. We're going to push acceleration to 50, which is the max. Strength is going to stay at 57. Vert's going to go to 60 for the animations, the dunk animations, and the rest is going to go on stamina for 90 stamina. And that's the build. So in total, you have the 21 finishing, 21 shooting, 13 playmaking, and 25 defensive badges for a total of 80 badges on this 7'2" center build that can be played as a shot creating center, a perimeter shot creating center. You know, it's got great dribbling for its height. It's got fantastic shooting for its height, capable inside scoring, and really great defense with, you know, pretty high lateral quickness for a 7'2" player. So very well rounded, you know, 80 badges, which is a lot to play with. You should make a really well rounded player. In terms of the takeovers, it shows advanced post moves just to give a bit of a boost to those post fades because he does have a great post fade already, and spot up precision just because he's such a great shooter off the catch. He does a lot of pick and pops. Obviously, another one could be limitless range. He does have that ability to shoot from a fair way out. So, but those were the two I went with. But as you can see, you've got shades of Joel Embiid, Kristaps Porzingis, and Hakeem Olajuwon. So I don't see Hakeem Olajuwon pop up much. He plays a lot like Kristaps Porzingis. You know, shoots from the perimeter, and is 7'3", long arms, block shots. So he could definitely be what we thought Kristaps could have been before the injuries. So, but we'll take a look at the badges. In terms of finishing for Wembanyama, we definitely want the post ones because, you know, he's playing against people his own age, so they're not likely going to be very strong. So we definitely want to take advantage of that. Put drop stepper in there as well. Now fast switch is there, you can core and still have 11 points left to put rise up on silver. Maybe you want other things like, you know, limitless takeoff on bronze. You can get fearless finisher, sort of finishes there. You know, aerial wizard, you may want to take something off to get aerial wizard or put some more points in there. You know, posterizers there as well. There's a lot you can do with this. If you don't want to see yourself as a post scorer, you can take these off, spread them around, but that could be a great layout for a finisher. In terms of shooting, he has got an ability to, you know, shoot late in games. So we're going to push amped up. Space creator, you know, that can be Hall of Fame. So if you're good with using the normal dribble animations, this can be a really great badge to have, particularly against other centers that are going to be really slow laterally, unless they're really short. And by that, if they're that short, they shouldn't be able to interrupt your shot too much if you get a bit of space and you can find a really fast jump shot. So, you know, you can chuck that on. Agent 3, of course, he does pull up from 3, so we want that one. Green Machine, you know, he hit a lot of 3s in the few games he played against G League Ignite, so I don't mind putting Green Machine on. He's obviously got, you know, that limitless range that you can put on. I might core Catch and Shoot because he's great off the catch, and put limitless range on Silver. You still have 5 left. You know, Deadeye on Bronze is still a great badge to have. That could be one you want to look for. Now for Playmaking, Clamp Breakers on Bronze, that can be handy against other centers, you know, quick first step. Break Starters there on Gold. And you're already up to 9. You may want something like Special Delivery just to help with any oops, to get you 10 badge points, and you've got 3 left, so you can put some points into Playmaking, get Unpluckable so you don't get stripped while you're dribbling. That could be a really great badge to have equipped. Now for defense, he's very versatile on defense. You know, he's obviously got an ability to switch out on the guards, particularly with his height and length. So we want to sort of represent that. So, you know, Challenger could be a great badge. Interceptor with those long arms. Pick Dodger as well. You know, Box Out Beast you can get on Gold in Tier 2. Chase Down Artist as well. We'll put that on. And then we get down to Tier 3. We can core, Anchor, put Pogo Stick on, and Rebound Chaser on Gold. Now, if you wanted to, you could always put some points in to get Brick Wall, maybe change some things around, drop these down to Silver to get some extra points. But I see a lot of people getting, you know, those screen animations without Brick Wall on. I don't have Brick Wall on my center build, and I still get a lot of good screens animations as well. And you can only get it Bronze, so I'm not sure if it's worthwhile just having Bronze, but you can definitely get the other 3 Gold to make a really great interior defender. All in all, that's the build. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.